subscribers, welcome to Funtelligence Hub. Today you'll need a pencil and a notebook. Today is the 6th of the 10th month, 2024, and the LO is to find out more about coordinates. The starter is find the coordinates and make your own. We're going to do the heart first, so you guys are familiar with it. We go along the corridor, up the stairs, meaning you do the X, then the Y first, after. So the X is 3 and the Y is 5. So the answer is 3, 5. You can pause here if you like. The answers. The square is 1, 4. The heart is 3, 5 like we discussed. The rhombus is 4, 4. And the star is 5, 5. The rectangle 4, 1. The triangle 1, 0. And the pentagon 1, 1. Now, you can use coordinates to either find where someone is located, just use it for regular maths, or there will be coordinates on a map. Here is a coordinates grid. I think you are familiar with this now, so I'm going to skip on to the next slide. So, here is a coordinates grid. Fatima says that the dot is at 3, 7. Alfie says the dot is at 7, 3. Now, what do you notice about their answers? They're the same numbers, but just switched around. Using along the corridor up the stairs, I think you'll be able to solve this because you are geniuses. Discuss with someone, or discuss in your head, who is correct and why. Write down your ideas together, then share them. Can you improve your explanation? Now, I'm going to see the answer now. Oh, there are no answers. Well, we'll discuss it together. That's even better. So, using the along the corridor up the stairs method, we do the X, then the Y. So the X, 3, then up to the dot, 7. Therefore, Fatima is right. Laura draws a coordinates grid. With a partner, or in your head again, list all the features that she must include and what she could include. Share her ideas with someone else and make any improvements to the features that you suggest. So, a coordinates grid should always have a horizontal axis with an arrow labeled X, vertical axis which crosses the horizontal X-axis with an arrow at the top labeled Y, and a coordinates grid usually has evenly spaced numbers where the axis crosses, evenly spaced horizontal and vertical grid lines matching each number. So it's better if you do this in a maths book with a grid, because it's better for you to draw a coordinates grid because you don't have to do the boxes and the little grid lines yourself. Using a coordinates grid. Fatima again. Fatima writes some instructions for using a coordinates grid. Can you spot any mistakes? Here is the numbered coordinates grid. If I want to mark the point 8, 1, I count 8 squares up and 1 square across and shade the square. Can you improve Fatima's explanation? Share ideas with a partner, then write down your own explanation. Okay, so you can pause here if you like, but I'm going to go through the answers now. So, she says, I can count 8 squares up and then 1 square across and shade the square. Well, 8 squares up, yes, she's right, and 1 square across, she's right. But she says, shade the square. Now, shading the square, it's kind of weird, because I think of it this way. The point that you put in the grid line covers 4 boxes, but only 0, which doesn't make sense at all. So shading a square, it's not right, and you should put a point, a star, or a small square in the middle to mark it. Spot the difference. Alfie has 2 different coordinate grids. He wants to know what the difference is about the 2 grids. So work with a partner or yourself and to list the differences. So, so we're going to do it together now. The answers are So this one uses numbers. This one uses numbers on the vertical axis and letters on the horizontal. But the other one, it uses numbers on both axes. The letters are placed in the middle of each square, and the numbers are placed by the lines of the grid. The axes are not labelled X and Y, and there are no arrows. The axes are labelled X and Y, and there are arrows pointing away from 0. Bye bye and see you next time. Tune in for more at Funtelligence Hub. Like and subscribe.